So when it came to our level design, we really wanted to challenge ourselves to make a world that really felt like a real space as much as we possibly could and didn't feel like a series of combat encounters and exploration spaces and then combat encounters that felt like a Hall of Horrors or something, but something that really felt like a space that you could explore that seemed like a legitimate urban environment. And that pushed us to make our level design even more open than it was in the first game, which for us at the time was pretty open. In this game, we've gone so far in making the level design open that there are actually entire story moments, entire combat encounters, like full scripted sequences that you may completely miss.
I mentioned in my video yesterday that I was going to talk about this more in detail. Like, this is the thing that stood out to me while watching the inside gameplay video. Holy shit. As always, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Feel free to join the deck gang by subbing with all notifications. But Anthony even said that there will be story moments that you miss. Real quick, I think the game is gonna end the same way no matter what alternate locations or moments you might find. But pretty much what's stated here from Naughty Dog is that the game is gonna be more open world. Of course, it's not gonna be completely open world. Like, I even covered that in my side mission speculation video where Neil, he even says that if you have complete free roam, that can lose a lot of tension in dramatic moments. Like, let's say, yeah, Ellie going on revenge. Nah, hold up, let me go hunting for some rabbits real quick. Yeah, you get my point. But back to what Anthony was saying. Story moment. Okay, calm down, calm down. We can't, yeah, the hype would, I cannot talk well too high, but woo, okay, yeah. Now, I don't think this will mean like full-on cutscenes, like so to say, but the game, from what I've heard, is gonna be 2 discs and like 100 gigabytes big. So maybe this is specifically like related to what Neil meant by side stories back in the day. Not that you find like a note like with a side story written on it, like ish so to say, but maybe that you find an alternative location. You come across maybe people in need of help, so to say, and you have like, I don't know, 30 minutes or 1 hour of alternative gameplay. Like I said in my side story speculation video I mentioned quickly in my Ellie doing evil stuff theory, what if, let's say, you come across somebody or some people, like maybe let's say here, this guy is about to be killed by Seraphites. What if you can intervene, kill all those Seraphites, you gotta kill a few of them, but in the midst of the commotion, he manages to, you know, hide type of deal, and then later on, you encounter him, and he asks, you know, help him to show you, he asks for help, basically, to, you know, ask Ellie to, hey, man, I'm kind of lost. Could you, like, take me this way? It's, like, about 15 minutes this way, and maybe then I'll find my way to know where I need to go, so to say. And, yeah, that could lead you to maybe a short extra location, or, you know, yeah, longer than that. And he's like, you know, yeah, I recognize where I need to go now. And then you split up and he's like, hey, thanks so much.
Many thanks, and please take this gift. I hope it's a fitting token to honor the deed.
And who knows, maybe you get some cool weapon upgrade or reward, I don't know. But what I do know is that Anthony Newman specifically said that there's gonna be entire story moments, entire combat encounters, entire full scripted sequences that you might miss. I think these won't be very frequent. I think they're gonna be kind of rare, like not everywhere, and it's gonna be like yeah, like he said, it's gonna be rewarding to find them. Like, if I have to predict how long The Last of Us 2 is gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be longer than 40-ish hours. Like, I don't think it's gonna be close to the 50-hour mark. Even if you explored everywhere, unlocked most of the alternative scenes, moments, whatever. But what I do think with certainty is that this will add replay value to the game. Like in Naughty Dog games, replay value so far has been kind of, you know, find this item you didn't see before or unlock this shit or etc. And yeah. So, okay, so also, let's try to put ourselves in a skeptic viewpoint. There could be a little bit of a bamboozle here. So if you haven't played Uncharted 4, I suggest you click away from this video if you don't want any minor spoilers. It's not a big, it's a minor, yeah, maybe it might not even be a spoiler at all, but if you want to be completely blind, yeah, maybe, yeah. So, let me just showcase this scene right here.
Not a bad view. Hey. Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
That was an alternative story moment. So, if Naughty Dog wants to pull a fast one, you know, yeah, it could mean that it's like, that's what they meant. But I don't think this is the case that they mean is gonna be like Uncharted. Since Anthony is saying here that, you know, they make the game even more open world, and that in part 2 they've gone so far. Like those statements, it seems that the game is gonna be bigger than any other game before. Sure, there might still be some small alternative scenes like in Uncharted 4 in part 2, but when you say things such as entire scripted moments, etc., and, you know, combat encounters and stuff like that, that leads most people to believe that part 2's alternative moments are gonna be bigger and better than any other game before. So yeah, well, not any other Naughty Dog game before, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that this is the perfect okay, I gotta calm down. This is the perfect opportunity to have these moments add alternative layers to Ellie, her character. Hear me out. I'm not saying this game is gonna have choices. Maybe some dialogue options here and there, but like I said, this story will pretty much go one way, one direction, maybe with a few, you know, yeah, alternative moments like that. But the scenario I described earlier, where you could, you know, have a person like in need of help, you know, you could let them die or save them, you know, just letting them die or saving them already adds an alternative layer to Ellie's character. You as the player could think like, my Ellie doesn't care, you know, she's ruthless and she wouldn't want to get involved with helping somebody she doesn't even know. Which that could be a cool evolution type deal comparing to the moment in part 1 where she got a bit upset that, you know, they couldn't help those people from the hunters. Yeah, this scene.
Oh shit, get down, get down.
Oh man.
Ain't nothing we could have done.
I know. It's just... oh man.
Or you could be as a player like, you could think like, my Ellie has some good in her and she would save this person even if she doesn't know him. And maybe that can evolve further, you know, how caring your Ellie is, you know, maybe you want to help this person for an extra 50 minutes or so to say. And, you know, yeah, they're like, hey, thanks, I know where I need to go now, yeah, and then you'll be, yeah, then you split up, but, you know, yeah, you get my point. Short scenes like this, short alternative moments like this, they can tell a lot with the alternative shimmy bimmy boom. Bro, just hire me as a writer at this point, man. Yeah, this shit is fire. Like, it's a short alternative moment that could add another layer to the story, to Ellie's character, and how you view how your Ellie would react in those situations. I'd imagine that if we have a scene like this, that most of the players would just let the guy die. But for the ones that took the extra time and saved him, you know, if you can save him here, you get that extra moment, you get that alternative layer, yeah, and you know what I'm saying. So, oh man, goddamn. But all in all, I think that these, you know, alternative locations, alternative scenes, alternative story moments that Anthony is mentioning isn't gonna be full on, like a full on side missions with hours of extra gameplay. I think maybe maximum, maybe 30 minutes, an hour gameplay. But to summarize, those are my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Like, this got me really excited. That, like, this is the only thing for me so far that stood out. Sure, you got the vertical things, the squeeze through, hiding, and at least more nimble, but that's kind of old information that we got in before. I think I've heard about this before though, alternative locations, whatever the fuck. But now we hear about it more specifically in detail. So yeah, summarization is, I think that this might add some alternative scenes, maybe bigger than, like I said, in Uncharted. If you saw the scene, you saw the scene. But I don't think it's gonna be big bam boom bam. But yeah, woof. But those are my thoughts. Now what about yours? Be careful reading what people comment. Like, comment, share, sub with the bell if you're new, and there and survive, and I'll see you when I see you. Woo! Soon we can say, like, in about a little bit over a week, we can say 20 days left. Holy shit.